It's been a while, boys. It's been a while since we worked on the KX80, but I think today is gonna be the day where we finally hear this thing run. I had to order a new throttle cable, which we got right here, because this one didn't allow me to put my piece on for my carburetor. So the carb we got, a little 28 mil carb in, PWK. Throw that bad boy in there and see if we can't get this thing to start. Alright, carb's in it. I just put some gas in it. I'm pretty sure everything electrical is still hooked up. Let's see what happens. No way. Alright, I think it's time to put all the plastics on it again now. Wow. I don't think it has a clutch. I don't think it has a clutch at all. It just, with the clutch in, it doesn't roll. No way. Well, sadly, right after discovering that the clutch doesn't work on this thing, I come out and a huge puddle of fuel is below the bike. The gas tank that was cracked that I sealed with a fuel resistant sealant is not so fuel resistant. It looks like it ate right through it, and now it's just pouring out all the fuel. So, sadly enough, you see it right there. Looks like it ate right through it. This bike, man, let me tell you, man. I'm tired of this bike. I'm tired of getting it to a point and then getting stuck, and I keep running into these issues, little issues with this bike. But as you guys saw, we got the KX80 start. Right now, there's an issue with the clutch. The clutch will not engage at all. If you're in neutral and you shift it up, holding in the clutch, it just drops the gear instantly. The clutch literally does not work at all. You can roll in neutral right now. You put it in gear. You can still push it, turn over the motor. You pull in the clutch all the way. Still completely in gear. The clutch does nothing. You look down here. It's a brand new clutch cable too. You look down here. Everything seems to be working. You pull the oil, you pull the fill plug, you're not going to see, but you can see the actual clutch plates moving, so something is just not engaging on the clutch whatsoever. So, aka, not a big deal. Clutch case needs to come off though, and you need to find out what the deal is. I do not want to deal with this thing anymore, boys. I am over dealing with this thing because my main goal was pretty much just to get this thing running, and I was going to sell it to my buddy Cole, because Cole has been asking me to buy this thing pretty much since the first time he came over here and saw it, and he told me that if I ever sell it, he wants it. Drop the KX off at Cole's house, selling him the bike as is right now. And boys, let me tell you, I wouldn't have just got rid of the KX80 if I didn't have something lined up to replace it. Trust me, otherwise I would have fixed the parts and did it myself. But let me show you guys. KX80, no more. Say hello to KX100. You cannot tell me this thing is not classified as mint. Now this thing is an all original, except for the handlebars. That's the only thing really on this whole entire bike that is not original. 2003 KX100. This thing is almost 20 years old, and look how perfect condition it is. It's just the zinc on the nipples of these spokes right here. Just the zinc on everything. It just is so mint. Like, it's insane, dude. So, like I said, no more KX80, no more KLX 110. I traded my 110 for this. My 110 didn't have a title, but it had a bunch of aftermarket parts. I'm pointing over here like as if it's still over here. Didn't have a title, but had a bunch of aftermarket parts. This was a bit older and completely stock, but it's so mint. I could not turn this deal down. This trade, straight traded for it. I think I came out on top. I wanted a 2-stroke. Got rid of the last 4-stroke in the garage. Now we have a KX100. I've always wanted a KX100. It's a good bike. It's like a mini bike, but not a mini bike at the same time. And this one, like I said, is just completely mint. And this video is kind of jumping all over the place because this is actually future, and we're about to go back when I first got this bike and I rode it because I just didn't even show you guys yet. We just went out and straight had to test it. So I thought, what way to go out with the $100 KX80, getting rid of it, than coming up on this KX100. So I'm stoked on this thing. This thing's a ripper. Ripper, dude. No scratches, bro. Like, the only spot with damage on this whole bike is right here. Everything else, look at that thing, dude. This thing is so mint, dude. We got a little key-in carb on there, stock piece. Like I said, stock pipe. Look at this, bro. Like, look at this chain guide. Look at that chain guide. There's not even like... I bet you there's not more than like 3 hours on the top end of this bike. The other day we did go riding on it, so I'm gonna put those clips in right now. We went riding on it, and Cole already fixed the KX80. The water pump, like impeller seal, kind of like the same thing that was wrong with my Banshee, was leaking. So coolant got into the gearbox, which seized the clutch. That's why it wouldn't go into gear, even though the clutch was all good and working and everything like that. It was moving all the plates. They were all seized together. Then the water pump bearing and a bunch of other stuff that he's been dealing with on that bike. I got rid of my YZ250 a couple months ago. Now the 110, now the KX80. Got the 100, so I threw something back in there, but almost got rid of all the dirt bike. This is the final goodbye to the KX80. We heard it run, has a clutch issue, needs tires also. Tires are really sun rotted, and also gas tank cracked again. All the gas leaked out again, as I showed you. So boys, we're out here trying the KX100. We're giving it its first run down. Basically, McLaverson just fully rebuilt this KX80 from water pump to clutch. Just like any stock 2-stroke pipe, stock 2-stroke like this, it has one good medium punch, and that's all you get, that little quick power band punch. So although I didn't want to, I'm thinking about putting a pipe on this thing, maybe like a pro circuit pipe or something. Oh my, it's a Vegas Christmas tree. It's crazy riding this little 100 on the trail. I'm used to riding my big 250. Every bump this hits, this thing comes up in the air because it's so light. Come back in the Jeep. Huh? You need to come here in the Jeep. This is where I came in my Jeep. Really? Alright boys, we gotta try out the little KX80 piece. She's breaking up. This thing has like a cheap Chinese carb on it though. It needs a real carb with proper jetting.
Boys, that's gonna do it for the new KX100. No more KX80. No more KX110. Let me know what you guys want to see on this bike. Do you guys want to see a pipe on it? Keep it clean, OEM. I mean, this thing's like spotless clean. Let me know in the comments down below. That's gonna do it for this one, boys. I'll see you guys in the next one.